Hi, I'm Ryan Severts, Senior Director of Grantmaking Operations here at the Colorado Health Foundation. I'm going to spend a few minutes walking through how to apply for funding through the Foundation. In the next few minutes, I'll review how to navigate our website to find funding, as well as the process for applying. I'll also cover how to register in our grant application system, Flux. It's important to note that all applicants, whether you've applied for a grant at the Foundation before or not, will need to register in Flux if you haven't done so before. And finally, I will review what you can expect after you apply for a grant. If you have additional questions after listening to this information, I suggest that you check out the resources on our website, and of course, please don't hesitate to email or call me directly. Now let's get started. We request that all applicants who are able to please submit an application online. You can find the link to our online application at our website, www.coloradohealth.org. We use an online application form in order to reduce the use of paper, and it also allows us to have consistency in the application submitted each deadline. We also believe that this system is easier for you to use as applicants, as it allows you to submit all information electronically. First, it's good for you to know that there are many resources on our website where you can get additional information about how to apply and our application process. On our home page, from the top bar, you can navigate to Funding. This will take you to the page you see here, which includes detailed information on the steps needed to apply for funding. The process to apply is listed here. First, identify a funding type or grant program that you are interested in applying for. Review the program criteria to ensure that your organization and project are eligible and that there is a match between your project and the funding criteria. You may want to review the frequently asked questions listed on our website for more information about our funding process, particularly if you are a first-time applicant or if it's been a while since you applied for funding. Although not required, we also encourage you to reach out to the program officer associated with the specific funding opportunity or grant program in order to further discuss your project as needed. You can gather the information you'll need in order to complete your proposal, and once you're ready, click on the Sign Up to Apply button within your selected funding opportunity to begin your application. Note that if you do not finish your application in one session, on subsequent visits you'll use the second button listed, Access Your Application. Start by navigating to our website, www.coloradohealth.org. Once there, scroll down to the Find Open Funding section and click on Find Funding. Here is an example of what you'll see once you click the Find Funding button on the previous page. You'll see a list of available funding types for the next grant application deadline. Grant deadlines for our funding opportunities are February 15th, June 15th, and October 15th. We have a handful of funding opportunities open for our upcoming cycle. We accept applications for our rapid response funding on a rolling basis. There is no specific deadline for rapid response funding. Each of the listings here will take you to another page where you'll find detailed information and eligibility criteria for that particular program or opportunity. When you click further to enter a specific funding opportunity, you'll see an overview of the funding in that area, as well as the criteria for the opportunity and contact information for our staff. In addition, on this page you'll see an entry point into the online application. You'll want to click on the button that says Sign Up to Apply, which is a link to our online application system. If you've already started your application or you have an account in our grants management system, you'll click Access Your Application. Grant applications give us a better understanding of your organization as well as your proposed program or project. It's a first look into your work and not expected to be an extensive description of your organization and your program or project. We will reach out as needed to obtain that additional information. I'll also note here that grant applications are not judged on grammar, sentence structure, writing style, or how well written the proposal is. Most importantly, we are looking for strong alignment with funding criteria. At the Foundation, we believe keeping equity at the heart of our work will lead Coloradans to better health. While there are countless drivers of health, we know that racial injustice, fueled by systemic racism, is the leading driver of health inequity for communities of color living on low income. That's why we prioritize Coloradans of color and address the deepest, most historically entrenched inequities that affect health based on a person's socioeconomic status, disability, gender identity, sexual orientation, country of origin, and religion. Racial justice, dismantling and/or shifting conditions that are intentionally and unintentionally racist, is the key pathway in our work to achieve health equity. It is essential that every step we take creates fair opportunities for people whose health is furthest from reach. This is why our work, and that which we expect in the work of our partners, is rooted in three cornerstones. First, serve Coloradans who have less power, privilege, and income, and prioritize Coloradans of color. 2, do everything with the intention of creating health equity. And 3, be informed by the community and those we exist to serve. Our grant application reflects these three cornerstones and includes key prompts that help us better understand how your organization is strategically advancing health equity and racial justice. In 2018, the Foundation transitioned to its current grants portal called Flux. This streamlines the application and reporting process for applicants and grantees. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you have questions or comments. Note that all applicants, including those who have previously applied to the Foundation, will need to create a new account when accessing the system for the first time. In addition, we encourage all applicants to create a Flux account with the Colorado Health Foundation at least 1 week before the application deadline in order to confirm that your registration is complete in advance of submitting an application. You'll access the Foundation's Flux portal from our website, www.coloradohealth.org. To create an account, select the option you see here on the right of the screen. To create an account in the Colorado Health Foundation's Flux portal, you will need to provide basic information about your organization and contact information. Once you submit your registration request, you'll see this message. You can expect to receive an email from the Foundation with your login credentials within 1 business day of submitting your registration. Make sure to check your spam folder for notification of a successful registration and login credentials. Once you've received your login credentials from the Foundation via email, you'll return to the grantee portal to log in using the option at the left of your screen. Enter your username and password and click on Sign In. Note that this is also where you will come if you ever need to reset your password. While Flux will work with all web browsers, it is recommended that you use Chrome for the best experience while completing and submitting your application. When you first log into our grants management system, here is the screen you will see. Let's take a moment to walk through the available options. The left side of the screen provides a menu of options. Here you can find information about the application process. You'll visit the section called Grant Requests to see both in-progress and submitted applications that are associated with your account. You'll also be able to look at both active and closed grants. In addition, for grantees, this is where you will access reports that are due or have been submitted, review your payment schedule, and find information about payments already made, and request an amendment. You can also update your organizational contact information if needed, and you'll also find tips for managing your account. When you are ready, navigate to the Apply for Funding page and click on the Apply for Grant button on the screen. Let's take a moment to discuss 2 important parts of navigating through the application. Towards the top of the application, you will see a table of contents, which provides you quick access to different sections within the application. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see options to cancel your application, save and continue your application, or save and close your application. We recommend that you select Save and Continue often as you work through your application. When you are done working on your application for the time being, or if you are ready to submit, select Save and Close. When you are ready to submit, you'll select the Submit button that appears after you select Save and Close. Throughout the application, you will notice that some fields are listed in bold text. This signifies that the field is required and you will not be able to submit your application without including this information. To begin your application, you'll provide basic organizational and contact information. Note that some of this information will be filled in when you enter the application based on the information you provided during the registration process. We recommend that you visit the Foundation's website pages highlighted earlier in this presentation to identify what you want to apply for, and remember to reach out to the Foundation to discuss more or if you have any questions. We want to help you make the best selection possible, so please use our staff as a resource. To begin, you'll want to select the application you need in order to apply for funding. Select Rapid Response Application or Sabbatical Program if either are the specific programs you are applying for. For everything else, select Standard Application. You'll see a hyperlink in these instructions to take you back to the website, and again, you can call us to discuss if you are unsure what to select. Once you make the initial selection under I am applying for, you'll then need to designate the specific program or opportunity you want to apply for. Here are the options under the selection Standard Application for the Foundation's upcoming application deadline. You may only select one option. If you feel your project addresses more than one, please select the one that most closely aligns or is the main focus of your work, and note within your narrative that you are addressing multiple areas. Again, if you're not sure which to select, please call the Foundation and we can discuss. To start, note that most fields throughout the application have character limits that you must adhere to in order to successfully submit your application. There is a character counter that will help you track your information as you enter it. Depending on what the Foundation has on file for your organization, you may see your mission statement pre-populated in this section. If the mission statement is out of date or incorrect, you can update it by following the directions within this screen of the application. In this section, you'll provide information about your organization, including your mission statement, the programs and services offered by your organization, and your budget. In addition, you'll have an opportunity to describe your organization's awareness of and commitment to racial justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, and to discuss how these values show up in your work and within the operations of your organization. Beginning in 2021, the Foundation began requesting demographic data information. As the Foundation continues to center equity in all we do, we want to be clear with applicants and grantees about what we expect from them and what they can expect from us regarding a deepening of our equity orientation. As we work to advance health equity across Colorado, we seek to engage with organizations who are at different points in their own learning journeys in regards to justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. We know that some organizations are miles ahead of us, while others are just starting this important work. As part of this commitment, the Foundation wants to understand how we and those we work with are advancing equity within our own institutions and the communities we serve. As a result, we are requesting demographic information about both your organization as well as those you plan to serve through your requested grant. Please note that the Foundation also plans to share this data for its leadership and staff in the near future. When you reach this portion of the application, you'll see that we are requesting information about your board of directors, executive leadership, and other staff. Demographic data requested includes identification related to race and ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and disability. There is also an option to share additional demographic data that does not fall within these categories. We recognize that your organization may not collect all of this information. You may collect some, and your data may be incomplete. That's okay. We ask that you do your best to provide the information that you do have. The information collected serves as one data point among many in our effort to understand how those with whom we engage are approaching the work of advancing equity. Please note that for each section you have the ability to select Prefer Not to Say or Do Not Track and provide additional narrative information as needed. Next, you'll provide information about your specific project or program. This includes a project summary, the type of support you are seeking, your project budget, and the requested amount and funding term. Within the application, you will be asked to identify the geographic area that you intend to serve. You can select one or multiple counties as well as Colorado statewide if your project will address the entire state. You'll be asked to provide estimates as to the percentage of people that you intend to serve in the areas you select. Please note that these are estimates only and do not need to be perfect numbers. Your application will not be rejected based on your estimates, so it's fine to just enter your best guess. You'll also enter similar information for the age group or groups you are planning to serve with your proposal. Again, just provide your best estimate if you are not sure about an exact percentage that you will serve. Next, you'll provide demographic data for those that you hope to serve through this project, as well as those that you serve by your organization overall. This is the same information requested earlier about your organization, now based on those you serve for race and ethnicity, gender, people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, and queer, and people who identify as living with a disability. If applicable, when completing the multiracial fields for your staff or program participants, please count an individual one time for the multiracial field. If you have and would like to provide additional information on the identities of people referenced in the demographic data table, please include in the narrative space provided. Once again, we recognize that you may not track all of this information. You will again have the option to select Prefer Not to Say or Do Not Track and provide additional information if needed. As a reminder, the Foundation uses this information as one data point to help us understand your organization. In this section of the application, we ask that you describe how your work is aligned with our cornerstones as discussed earlier. More information about how we view each is included within the questions, and you can also find more information on our website. Here, you can see the type of information we request about your specific proposal, including the proposed activities, the impact you are hoping for, as well as financial information about your project. Please note that as of 2022, the Foundation does not require a line item budget for your project. We request, but do not require, that you upload your most recent financial statements. If using a fiscal sponsor, we also request, but do not require, that you attach a few additional items. We will be in touch if we need additional documents after reviewing your proposal. This section of the application has an upload feature from which you can attach requested items. If you have any questions regarding attachments to submit or how to upload these documents, please do not hesitate to contact me. If you do not have a particular document electronically, you can call or email me and we'll make alternate arrangements for submission of that material. In order to submit the application, you must first save it. To access a saved but not yet submitted application, you'll find it under In Progress in the Grant Request section of your grantee portal. Once you click the Submit button for your online application form, you will receive an email confirmation. As needed, we'll be in touch with you to discuss your proposal. Please note that while we strive to review proposals as quickly as possible, the review process is approximately 3 to 4 months. You'll be notified as soon as a decision is reached. If you have questions at any point during the process, please feel free to contact me. This concludes our webinar. Thank you for your time today. Again, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly, visit our website, or contact Foundation staff with any questions about what we covered today. Thank you for joining us as we work to bring health in reach for all Coloradans.